It's actually a reasonable BPM, yeah. We'll get the match to you in just a moment. They are just setting up stream-related things in the moment. Almost there now to get on with this first warm-up between the Russian Federation and Germany. All right, there we go. I think we're just about to start now. In this warm-up, we have on the Russian side Shiwase, Unberlin, Talala, and Shockwave. On Germany's side, we have Dustice, I nearly said Dustice, Neliel, Firstus, and Kagami, who is Imagaki again. It's Kagami backwards.
I mean, an interesting fact, actually, as someone pointed out, is that this is Russia versus Germany, and we do have one UK commentator and one Austrian commentator currently present. We're still missing a French guy, I'd say, and perhaps a Polish guy, but other than that, I think we're set to hopefully see another really great fight between those two countries.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully no mingling from other countries this time, only Russia versus Germany. Let's see how it's gonna end up being.
Oh, apparently this map is still not having it, so bear with us.
Oh yeah, well I guess in the meantime we can talk a little bit about Scorby 2, because I've seen a lot of questions sometimes coming in for Scorby 2 and what it kind of is and what makes it different from Scorby 1, which currently is in the ranking system. It's pretty much that Scorby 2 is a score system for the tournaments for now, which is limited at 1 million points for no mod. And the interesting thing about it is that from the 1 million points, you have 700,000 points. So 70% of 1 million is just purely gotten by combo, which means if you get a full combo and only a full combo, you get 700,000 points. And the accuracy is going to make up the other 300,000, the rest of the 300,000 points, which is going to bring you to a total of 1 million. So in that pretty much means for the tournament play that if you do have a hard map and you get a lot of breaks, the second highest deciding factor is gonna be accuracy. If you have like a map which almost no one sees, accuracy is gonna be the important factor after that. But obviously combo is still king. That's pretty much the thing up behind it. Also to note, Hard Rock has a higher score multiplier than Hidden. So that's something to look out for, because it does make things a lot harder. And the sliders do account for accuracy. So if you do not hit them in time, that is going to give you 100. And that's pretty much the crash course of Scorby 2, unless you have something to add to Doomsday.
Yeah, actually, I believe if you like really tank accuracy, you actually have scored deducted to a point, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's actually completely right. If you miss or get 100s, you do get score deducted, because the score kind of expects you to get 300s all the time. And that's going to be prognose of it.
Yeah, so basically if you hit a stream section and you completely tank accuracy, you'll actually lose score, which is a pretty big deal on stream maps. I do wonder who mapped this actually. I wonder if it was Mazarin.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
Well, you were wrong.
Aww.
Someone Pati? P-A-T-I?
Oh, I'm not familiar.
Yeah, me neither.
Fair enough then. It was
Well,
worth
well-
a shot.
But I guess you could at least figure it out a little bit because the map at least looks a little bit humane. So I guess it's not gonna be Mazarin's map. Although those double streams do look a little bit spicy.
It was a pretty spicy one. First, us getting the 1A of the German side, Talala getting the 1A of Russia side, Shiwasa failing with the Hard Rock, but no surprise, that map looking insane with Hard Rock.
Indeed, not necessarily the best choice for it, but I don't know. He has his reasons for picking Hard Rock. Oh, and the next one is going to be Yumeniki Megamix. I think a lot of people should be familiar with that one. Or at the very least, I do know that you are familiar with that one, Doomsday. What can you tell us about this one? Oh, wait a sec. Yeah, no, wait, what? Is it gonna be Chameleon?
Oh, no, this is the same map. They changed the name, but this is that map you're talking about. I think it's bugging out a little bit, but yeah,
yeah.
I do really like this map. It's a fairly standard map, to be honest. There's quite a few spaced streams at about 170 odd BPM. It is quite a standard map though, but it is a nice one. Mapped by 7 Odoa, I believe. Quite an old map.
And it's pretty streamy and pretty cool, but I think wait, is it going to be the Chameleon map? I believe it is. Well,
yeah.
Wait, is it the exact same map? I don't think
it's the same map. Yeah.
Oh, this is still confusing the heck out of me.
Yeah, it is the same map. For whatever reason, they renamed the map to Camellia because apparently it was Camellia or something, but it is the same map. I had no idea as well because it just didn't make sense. But yeah, apparently it was changed to Camellia, and apparently it's Camellia now. But yeah.
Yeah, I would have. That's why kind of the reason why I'm a little bit confused because I would have never expected this to be by Camellia. Just absolutely no way in hell I would have expected this to be by Camellia. So I am really surprised, and it kind of is a testament to what Camellia is able to do, like just what kind of variety. But I'm impressed. I'm certainly impressed. Well, yeah, this is pretty much the go-to map in multiplayer lobbies if you have no clue what to pick for most people. I mean, pretty much prevalent, and a lot of people did pick it in like 2015, 2014. Just you know, if you don't know a good map, you're gonna pick this one because it's always fun to play. It's a little bit hard to read as it didn't really age well with the approach rate, I believe, and the space streams are sometimes really hard. But other than that, it's still pretty cool if you ignore the rather difficult reading aspect nowadays.
Yeah, pretty much. I know I've picked this loads and I'm playing multiplayer.
Indeed. But despite this actually being a rather old map, it still doesn't take anything away from this being really hard to FC. I mean, you rarely saw an FC in the multiplayer when someone picked this one because it's so easy to trip up on the streams, and it gets a lot more intense in the KI times, and the last one is even more intense than the previous one. So the ending is something to watch out for, where you see most combos drop. Hopefully not. I mean, I want to see the best, all the players giving their best and hopefully trying to go for just that little extra. But that's gonna be the most important part, the ending.
It's reaching the ending now. Seeing a few full combos hitting it. Shiwasa holding strong right now on the Russian side.
Yeah, Shiwasa has the right idea, sacrifice and accuracy to go for the combo. That's exactly the vv1 mentality.
It still works to an extent, but...
Indeed. I mean, just look at him. He's completely nailing it, and he might not have the highest accuracy, and he lost a lot of accuracy in the hard part, but look at him go. That combo is going to give him such a huge lead now. It might not give him as big of a lead as vv1 does, but it's still high enough, right?
Yeah, it's still by far the highest one in the room with that. What looks like it's going to be a full combo. We're past the hardest part now. It's a good run by Shiwasa.
Yeah, I definitely say that is one solid play coming in from him.
Nice accuracy from Firstus there. He did break, but he held 99% until that very last stream. But there we go. That is going to be the second warm-up. The Russian warm-up is played. Going to get into the bans now. See what these two teams are going to be banning.
And I might expect a hidden ban by Germany, perhaps. Oh wait, actually, let me rethink that. I'm not exactly sure.
Well, maybe if Germany are not so comfy on a pick, I wouldn't think banning it against Russia would be too up on the priority list. But I mean, hidden picks are always solid because sometimes they are quite risky. But I'd say the hidden picks in this one are quite standard.
Yeah, exactly. And they do have some pretty decent hidden players on the German side. So that's why I'm not too sure. I mean, I'm not entirely sure of how to predict the bans here. No more is the first ban by Russian Federation. I guess that makes sense as it is one of the more volatile picks. As in, it's pretty weird. Let's put it that way. It's quite weird and isn't really comfortable for most people. So I guess it's easy to ban it to not have that kind of lottery. Oh, and it's gonna be Cyber on the side. All right. Unfortunately, people like vv107798236 are not gonna see the light of the day because he performs pretty decently on it, and is pretty okay at alternating, and that would be kind of his way of being in the lobby. But unfortunately, no love for vv107798236 because it is going to be banned.
No. Just banning out two relatively unsafe picks. So that's fair enough. First pick is going to be the Fast No Mods, 240 BPM burst streams.
I think this is one of the most standard picks you can really get, except that it's high BPM, obviously. But this shouldn't be too much of a surprise to aim or to stream, because the 240 BPM bursts are decently short enough. It's not necessarily needed to be able to be a master of 240 BPM death streaming. But well, it would certainly help in terms of accuracy because, as you've seen previously, we do see some SSs coming in from Mayim Sucks. It's really good at that kind of BPM, obviously, but it's not really required to get an FC, which is enough to boost your points by quite a bit.
This is actually the last map we saw in the last match in the Korea-Taiwan. We actually saw an SS on this by My Aim Sucks. So we'll see if someone can match it here. This one is quite standard, as you were saying, so with some of the speed players, it wouldn't surprise me if we see some really high accuracy plays. Waiting on some swaps.
Well, quite interesting actually, if they keep vv107798236 in there. I mean, he's certainly able to stream the map if he's warmed up. And that's the key word, if it's warmed up. I've seen him too many times play this map and just, be not necessarily too good on it because of not being prepared. But this is the day. This is his moment, and hopefully he did prepare enough for this one.
Well, you know, maybe he's feeling like this is the day. Oh, okay, never mind. He's just moved out.
Be Edef, I think, coming in. Either that or it's going to be Dokito if he's warmed up properly. And it is going to be Dokito.
Mm-hmm. Actually, one interesting thing so far is that Big Brother is open, so it's a possibility.
Sure. I mean, it definitely is, and it might be for either team because Russia has people like Kurt who can go on normal pretty easily, or perhaps even hidden if he wants to, and Index who can try to hard work the Big Brother map. But on the other side, you do have Dusties who pretty much already has a hard work score on it, which is really good. Plus, you have Firsters who can read lower poach rate like it's nothing. So both teams have the necessary tools to perform really well on the map. So I can see it maybe being picked by either team, or perhaps completely forgotten if you do not want to risk it. You know, maybe the enemy team is better on it. Let's just keep on with the safe picks, right?
That's true, but I'd figure that Big Brother would be the kind of map that'd be either picked or banned. So if it's open, I figure they wouldn't have forgotten to ban it. So I think we may see it at some point, certainly. Or at least I hope so. Maybe I'm just more in hope than expectation. But
well, yeah, I mean, Big Brother sticks in your eyes like a sore thumb. I mean, obviously, it kind of jumps into your eyes when you just look at the map pool because it's the only approach at 8 map, and it's free mod, so people have to pick a mod. So I can see it being really contested and interesting, as you don't have the opportunity to go approach at 8 normal or approach at 8 hidden anymore.
And here we go in the first map of this European match between Russia and Germany. We'll see which of these will be going through to the next round in the losers bracket. Seeing a very early break from Dokito, but it's very early. Shuasa and Neliel breaking for both sides respectively. Ooh, mighty close coming into the first break here. Red Pixel rocking a SS so far. But all in all, it is very even. 3 FCs to 2 FCs, but the accuracy keeping Germany in the game. They have a pretty heavy accuracy advantage. But Russia are going to be running away with it now as their combo really begins to kick into high gear. But there's still not a lot of it.
But yeah, as you said, it's still quite close, and just one miss from either team might make the deal, and that's going to be Thaler's miss. One of the SCs losing from Russian Federation, but so did Dokito.
Germany have the combos though. Oh, there goes Russia. Now that's going to be looking good for Germany.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much game as the combos are just completely missing from the Russian Federation side. Index and Thaler missing, 2 FCs missing against Dust Eyes, and first is really great combo FCs. Really good accuracy FCs.
And there you go. Dust Ice and Firsters FCing for Germany with really good accuracy. 300s and 4100s respectively. Red Pixel getting a 4100 FC as well. Some great accuracies coming out of those guys, but first point will go to Germany.
Indeed. But let's not forget this was Germany's pick, and who knows how comfortable the Russian guys did feel on it. I mean, perhaps this might have been the second in line to ban, or I don't know, the 10th in line to ban. So we don't necessarily know yet. We're gonna have to test and see how they are feeling in the next few maps, because this was a really specific pick, specific skill sets of 240 BPM, pretty much a I don't know, I guess you could say quarterfinals double time map, right? Which is 9.6 to 400 BPM streams, a few bursts and jumps, and pretty easy patterns all around.
It's one you definitely pin Germany to do well at, yeah.
Indeed, and that's the only no mod 9.6 to 400 BPM they really get here. So Germany is going to need to test some other waters in terms of what they can win on. But a good secured first point is gonna help them out in the long run.
Just waiting on Russia's pick right now. I do wonder what they'll abuse in this one. I keep leaning towards a hard rock pick coming out of Russia. I feel like they'd have the edge against Germany on that, but of course the hard rock picks are so specialized. One's CS 6.5 and the other one is linear old style.
Indeed, I could more expect a... In terms of the Russian guys, I would maybe expect a free mod more than a hard rock only map, to be honest. Because you do not want to go hard rock only against Germany. Absolutely not, that's not a good idea. Free mods might be more of something they can use because the Russian guys don't really have 4 key, extremely good hard rock focused people. So it's either gonna no mod or free mod, and it's gonna be no mod. Legend. What can you tell us about this map, Doomsday?
This one is, I'd say, fairly standard. Just over about 200 DPM. Lots of spaced streams and some nasty jumps near the end, but all in all, this one is quite standard. One of the safer ones, I'd feel, but one I can see Germany doing really well on.
Yeah, indeed. 2.5 BPM jumps and streams is the name of the game. The accuracy should be at least 98% because it is an OD9, so it might not necessarily be too high. But only if you really mess up, you're gonna drop in accuracy. Like if you, for example, were too late to a stream and then you obviously are late to the entire stream and are gonna drop a lot of hundreds. But other than that, the accuracy should be pretty decent all around, except for one part where you have these weird sliders as a timing. They're a little bit weird to time, especially on Scorpio 2, as timing of sliders does matter. So that might be a little bit of an accuracy drop for most people. Well, unless your name is Mayim Sucks.
Oh yeah. That guy just accuracies everything, it's not a problem.
Alright, and it's actually going to be Fallon, Index, Red Pixel and Talala for the Russian side, and Dasta is Neliel, W3son and Firstus for the German side. Still keeping that W3son A game on point. We do see an early miss by Dustice and by Talala, and actually a huge accuracy drops by Talala, who might have problems adjusting to the BPM currently. And a lot of early misses all around.
Early break's gonna hurt on this one, because this one does pick up as the map goes on. There's harder ones to go.
Yeah, the hardest part about these maps and tournaments is actually trying to get into the speed of the next map if it doesn't give you too much of a time to adjust to it. Like if you immediately go into a stream and you need to adjust to it, that's really hard. But we do see a lot of misses all around, uncharacteristic misses from everyone here. I don't think we see any of these left. Index with a 400 combo versus with a almost 500 combo. the only combos really in the game next to Nelliel, who's trying his best coming in for the German side. But Russia does have the lead, and Index is keeping it. And we're nearing the end jumps, the last few jumps, which are the hardest in the entire map. And Index is hitting them splendidly. A few accuracy drops and a death by vv107798236. Unless that is a spectator client bug. Let's check the MP real quick.
Yeah, it was a fail. Was irrelevant though. Russia do take that win. A good pick by them. A tricky one. What do they do to take that win? 1-1.
It is going to tie up things a lot. Index with the single digit hundreds, only 8 100s, but 4 misses. Quite interesting to see. Both teams. I think this is kind of the dynamic I talked about. They do have good players in theory, but sometimes people just crumble, and then suddenly the entire team crumbles for some reason. It's like they are team players throughout. There's not just one guy just seeing the map and the others missing. It's when somebody misses, all of them just kind of crumble, as if they're linked somehow together. I mean, that's team play. Well, that's one thing I can tell you.
It's the hive mind, but yeah, it does happen. From time to time, it just happens, and that map caused some problems.
Indeed, but
wv107798236.
Yeah, vv107798236 at least has an excuse. He is a mouse player, so he's allowed to do what he does. I'm sorry.
Special treatment. We do.
Yeah, he's gonna get special treatment from me, but just because he's vv107. But not for anyone to misunderstand, this is all in good humor. I am sure he's not offended. And if he's offended, he knows what's up. But, this is gonna be an interesting map, as we might see something similar as it came to the last map, which means a lot of fails, really. The possibility is quite high on either mod. So you have the sacrificial lambs of Hard Rock or Hidden, or both. Unless your name is Tokito, then you pretty much just have to see the map because you're really good at space streams. But other than that, you mostly have sacrificial lambs and hope for the Nomad guys to shine. That at least is my take on it. What do you think, Doomsday?
Yeah, it's just going to come down to what mods get picked. Because they've got to pick wisely, because these streams near the end, if you go on Hard Rock, are really tricky because of this massive spacing combined with the small circle size. But Hidden is a problem for some players on it as well, so it's making sure the mod players go with something they're going to be comfortable on, because both mods have their own difficulty quirks on this one.
Yeah, indeed. And we do see Dust Ice being swapped out for BD who's a really versatile player who can pretty much play anything. And he's really good at reading. So he's like one of the... I would kind of compare him to you, Doomsday, as in he pretty much prefers the approach at 8 double times over the approach at 9 double times. If I would say so. But BD is going to know what this. That's what I'm gonna call. And BF4 of the Hidden and Tokito of Hidden Hard Rock. And it is going to be that way.
Seems good. BD Dav, I think, would be quite a safe one with no mod. He can combo like a champ. So that's a nice combo. In theory, you should have there.
Indeed, people to look out for are going to be Tokito, as he's really well... he's pretty much a veteran in Hidden Hard Rock, really good at it, and lost space streams to death. So this is pretty much his kind of map. Unless nerfs don't kick in, because that's always a factor, and also the element of randomness, just losing concentration for 1 sec is enough to completely mess you up.
Seen Index on Hard Rock and Talala on Hidden. Also pretty predictable. Both very handy with those mod choices.
Indeed, Shiavasa, a good choice on Nomad. He's gonna give a really good combo. That's at least to be expected. not reality yet. It is going to remain to be seen until the end of the map. Well, yeah, I reckon that's gonna be kind of the best lineup Russia has got for this map to answer to Germany's pick.
At the moment, the only break coming from Talalar in the very early stage, but he bought it back pretty well. So far, the accuracy of Germany giving them the lead right now, of course, in that combo. But they are rocking 99% across the board, apart from Dokito going with that double mod, which makes up for the accuracy deficit he suffered.
Indeed, and going halfway into the map, the streams are going to start and are going to get really interesting for the hidden players and the harder players. But also for the normal players, as Versus is going to be the first one to miss in the German side. Although we do see a complete reverse of rows by Germany. Both no mods actually missing, but the mod players are keeping DFC going.
Yeah, that combo game looking really scary on the Russian side now.
Oh, and that's one really spicy little pattern of the 5-burst stream, which is gonna accelerate a lot of spacing. It's gonna screw up Beerfold and Talala, the two hidden players.
Well, eyes are on Index and Dokita right now. They're still holding full combos with Hard Rock. This map is not an easy map to do with Hard Rock to that point, but how would they deal with the ending? Because that ending gets really nasty.
Just a fail by Index alone or by Tala might change the entire dynamic of the match again. And that is a possibility, because look out for the last stream, which is gonna come out really soon. And it's gonna end up at the bottom right for the normal players. And that's gonna be the part. If you miss and die on that stream, you cannot revive at the end, especially with Hard Rock.
Here we go. 3 full combos on the Russian side, but can they hold on? Ooh, wow, they do. That's really impressive stuff from the Russian side, taking Germany's pick and turning it right around. Dokito fails at the end, but it didn't matter either way. Just 3 full combos, well, 3 almost full combos. Shiwase missing right at the end, it seemed. But all in all, really, really good set of plays from the Russian side. The accuracy on Firstus, though, 4 100s, 1 miss is super unfortunate. That accuracy is incredible, but it wasn't enough.
And they really gotta highlight just the Russian guys' performance. I mean, Index have seen us on this on Hard Rock, and Shiawase and Red Pixel are stepping up as the normal players who are to be trusted to get the SC. You know, having the sacrificial lamps, and Index actually a sacrificial lamp in this guy is actually as one of the carries on the Russian side, really well performed. And Tala, gotta give him props for surviving, because that ending is really hard to survive on hidden. And you know, also props to Pia for doing so. Wasn't quite enough for Team Germany, but you know, things kind of happen. Let's see what the next map is going to give us.
Yep. Doko's combo was also really good. Just a shame he failed at that nasty ending. His combo was really quite impressive with hidden Hard Rock as well. As expected, but still impressive to see. But now taking that break point, going to be looking pretty good for Russia at this point, this early stage, because now they can try to abuse that lead a bit more. Are you still feeling the free mod pick from Russia for us?
I am definitely. I was about to say, well, what might they really do? I'm gonna expect a free mod or no mod, just as previously mentioned. I'm not sure double time or picking double time against Germany might be too much of a good idea, because we do see a lot of old players on the Russian side, and they might, still have that kind of bias against Germany of having DT players and be really good at it. I mean, they still are, but not as specialized as, in the early years. But that still might be some kind of stigma, or just, not feeling as if they have the highest chances of winning. I think no more than Fremont is gonna be kind of where the money lies for the Russian side. Maybe hidden if they're feeling really adventurous, but I don't think so.
Zun. Oh, are they going for Resurrection Spell? Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are. Nice.
Okay. Approach rate 10, circle size 4.5? Was it circle size 5? My mind is blank right now.
I believe it was 5. Yeah, C is 5 and approach at 10. That's what I'm gonna call. I'm not even gonna look it up because I'm that confident in my statement.
Yeah, I believe you, man. For whatever reason, whenever I play that, I always tend to get them mixed up. I think it's because I play it whenever I'm playing Hard Rock. It just feels bigger. But yeah, high overall difficulty as well. So accuracy on this very stream you pick, gonna be a big deal.
And I actually did look it up just to underline it. Even though I was confident, it is CS5. Approach at 10 and OD 9, so be careful of that accuracy.
Seeing Kagami come in for Germany, Imagak.
Yeah, indeed. Kagami might not be the fastest player. He's mostly a hard rock player, so approach at 10 is right up his alley, which is the highest approach rate of how circles appear. Pretty much approach rate is the distance between when circles appear and when you have to click them. And approach at 10 is gonna tell you pretty much how many milliseconds you have. And in this case, it is going to be 450, I believe, for approach at 10. Right off my just back off the back of my mind. And Kagami, the hard rock player, well seasoned in hard rock, going to be used to that 450 milliseconds. And 180 BPM streams all around through the entire map is low enough for him to perform on, so I'm gonna expect him to do really well. But we do see Tokito also on the side, Versus and Dust Ice, which all 4 can perform really well on this. So this might be a little bit of a scary pick for the Russian Federation.
Oh, Dust Ice breaking right at the end of that stream. That's unfortunate. And also Firstus breaking just before. So far, so good for Russia.
Yeah, the accuracies might not be entirely up to Russians' side, because we do see Kagami and Tokito, the 2 really good hard rock players on 99. But then again, Tokito has missed, and that's gonna be an advantage for Russia. Seems like the accuracies are on point, but not the combos for the German side.
It's just Kagami holding a strong. Ooh, accuracy drops from Kagami, but he's still holding on. But those full combos from Russia are just simply unassailable at this point. They need an implosion from Russia right now, because that score advantage is getting crazy. And there are still quite a few stream sections coming up to abuse it.
This is actually gonna spice up things a lot, and it's gonna make this a lot more interesting, as this will open up the possibility of picking hard rock for the Russian side. Because this is pretty much a hard rock map in disguise as a nomad.
Doko holding very good accuracy, but the breaks ain't working out for him. The accuracy from Red Pixel, though, with that full combo, it looks like. Yes, it does. A very strong performance. Another strong performance on a stream-heavy map from the Russian side. 3 FCs again. The 3 same people, actually, that FC'd on Oceanas. It's going to be 3-1 to Russia right now.
Yeah, I really do like their style. I mean, they don't really care too much about accuracy. For example, Shirvasa, 94% accuracy, but it's good enough. Look at this combo. That's 800,000 points. And that's just enough for your team. You don't need to be the next Mayhem Sucks and assess every single map. And if you get a 100, well, it's better to get a miss than a 100. That's kind of that's not the best mentality if you want to give your team as much score as possible. And I really dig that from the Russian side of things. The 3 FCs on the low accuracy is plenty to give them the point.
Still plenty to go in this matchup. Russia are only halfway there, but they're doing pretty well right now, looking pretty good. But it is Germany's pick next. I think that they should go for a double time pick myself. I feel like they need to bring out their speed players, because when we saw the Oko's Extra, the fast no mod earlier, they seemed really strong on that. And with them falling behind a little bit in the last few picks, I feel like they need something like that to bring the momentum back in their favor. How about you?
I completely agree on that regard, because that's pretty much the closest they really got. And it's gonna help them out unless they're going hidden, which is uncharted territory for now. All right.
Okay, then. Well, they've gotten rid of Index, so that's something. But yep, Saigo. Fast slider velocity on this one. Some tricky back and forth jumps here and there, some tricky overlaps. But actually, this one is fairly standard, but it has its tricky elements.
Yeah, I would imagine you can kind of divide it into sections. You have a section where you try to do your best to build combo, where you have a few overlaps, a few tricky ones, a few streams here and there, 200 BPM. But then you kind of have this jump section, which is a 1-2 jump section. Back and forth, up, down, left, right, kind of. And almost builds a star sometimes. But that's pretty much where the star rating comes from. That's the hardest part of it. And that's for, like, I don't know, a note of 12 notes or something of just jumping madness. And then you, again, have a pretty decent, consistently hard, but not too hard part after that to build up combo. And then once again, the same thing happening later in the song at around 3/4. So that's pretty much the points to look out for. Unless these people are prone to randomly missing, which I hope they are not, the insane star rating spikes are gonna perhaps make the difference here.
Seeing Beef, Fowl and Fallen come in on this one. Just winding up at the moment. This one does pick up a bit more near the middle section. You start hitting those back and forth jumps.
Just as for some stats at the side, we do see a star rating of 6.06, a length of 3 minutes and 40 seconds, OD 8.5, and CS4, so pretty much standard all around. And that first 1-2 jump did cost Shivasa, Talala, and Tokitu their combo.
Yep, it is, well, it's 2 FCs to 2, but Beefal brought back his combo after an early break. Advantage Germany right now, but not by much. Germany do have quite a decent accuracy advantage, and that combined with the combo is going to start scaling that advantage a little bit. But a break here and there will cost them. They're hitting one of the harder sections now. A break from Dokito. But the full combo is still holding strong. Firstus and Dust Ice doing really well. Beefal definitely recovering. That early break being the one to reduce those nerves he might have. Oh, just break there though.
But we are gonna see another 1-2 jump pattern coming up pretty soon. So that might cost a few of the German players their combo.
One of them did cost Firstus' combo though. It's 1 FC to 1. The combos are in advantage of Russia, but the accuracies are in favor of Germany. It's still quite close. I'm not sure if that'd be enough to pull it back for Russia, possibly.
It's gonna come up to the really hard part. How many people are gonna miss?
Oh, and we just hit that back and forth, seeing some breaks now, but it's still 1 FC to 1. I think it's still mildly in advantage of Russia.
Yeah,
I think they still need a little bit more.
Combo. Oh, I think. Oh, that. I hope that was just a client lag, because that was painful. Talala completely just misreading or just not aiming at the node, missing it. That was unfortunate. I don't think they have a chance to come back now.
Yeah, that is it. Surely. I can't see Germany losing this now.
Yeah, just mathematically, I don't think it's really possible unless, I don't know, a meteor crashes into some German player's house and completely avoids or just disrupts him to not play the game and die. That's the only way I can see Germany losing this for now.
Yeah, that would definitely be an issue. But nope, that didn't happen. It's going to be 3-2 to Germany. This hidden pick doing what they needed to do, stemming that Russian momentum and pulling them back in this game. And they needed it. Well done. Dust Ice knocking that FC just under 99%. Well done to him. The accuracies on the German side were really quite good across the board for the most part. B-Foul and First Dust getting 99%. Red Pixel getting the FC for Russia. But that's going to bring Germany back into this game. That was their pick, though. Russia have the next one.
It was an interesting way to pick Hidden for this kind of map, because it is uncharted. I'd still say Russians' strength is going to lie in free mod and no mod. And now I think they have the possibility to go hard rock because of that resurrection spell map, I'd say. The accuracies were severely lacking on the German side on that map. And so were the combos actually, which was to be a surprise actually. CS5 on that map is still a little bit below and still a little bit bigger than just the normal hard rock size, which is 5.2. If you use hard rock on CS4, you're gonna get 5.2. So that's gonna make it a little bit more interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, hard rock would be a good shout after Resurrection Spell, but there aren't many streamy picks in there. Well, there are none, so I feel like the streams were where Russia really shined on that. But we'll see what they do. They're mulling it over right now, giving it a good think.
I mean, they did win on the aim aspect of the nomads, like Legend, for example. So I can maybe see the old reading map being picked, which is the Ichisho. Oh, it's just Icho. Oh, my bad. But I don't think the CS6.5 is gonna get really picked. I think that might be a little bit too risky for the Russian side if they can just go for nomad or free mod. So if anything, I might expect the Icho map, the Sakura Sensen Icho Nashi map. But Germany really needs to find something else. I mean, hidden picks are severely limited. There are only 2 hidden maps and they've used up 1. So, double time, as you said, might be interesting.
They've gone for the very slider-heavy, dubsteppy, no-mod pick, Euclid, Function Junctions tune. Really fast slider velocity, lots of tricky rhythms, very slider-heavy, very technical. And with Score V2, you're going to hit each of those sliders accurately, so accuracy is going to be a big deal also on this one. What's your take on this one? I'm not sure which way this is going to go. This is a bit of a wild card pick for me, but like, how are you feeling on this?
I mean, just judging by it, this might be the closest thing they can really get to, because free mod in that case is Big Brother. That's the only one left. And on the no mods, the other one would be Piranha, which I guess might be around the same as this one, because it's really easy to get a stupid miss at the beginning and pretty much just lose the entire map that way. So if they're really feeling confident on no mod, I can see this going in their favor. But it is a coin toss, as you said. It is going to be close. it is going to be up to 1 or 2 key players to keep a combo throughout the map, because it has some disgusting paths which are gonna make you miss quite easily. So if someone has these, I believe the chances of them winning is extremely high.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me to see that. It's just full of so many things that can trip you up, and here we go.
Oh yeah, indeed. And don't be surprised if you see a bunch of 95% accuracies to 93, because that is going to be expected in this map. Because you have 2 aspects. The sliders, which are really hard to first hit properly, and then you need to follow them extremely well until the end. And then just have the timing between 2 sliders reduces drastically if you need to hit them properly in time. So 100s are gonna just fly across the screen on this one.
Few breaks early on, 3-4 combos to 2 in favor of Russia right now. Accuracy is slightly in favor of Germany, I'd say. It's actually keeping them in the game right now. This one really picks up in the latter half, as many of these maps do.
Well, pretty much across the board, you already see the vv2 sliders having their effects on the accuracies.
Russia down to 1 for combo. Germany still holding 2, and they have that combo advantage. They're going to slowly run away with it, but this section is difficult. We're seeing breaks across the board now. Dust Ice breaking. First Dust, the only FC on the German side, but it's the only FC in the game. Both major combos are on the Germany side. That's going to be looking really good for them. The hardest part's just been passed. Just about holding on now and making that combo count. 200k and rising for Germany.
Yeah, that combo difference is just gigantic. Versus is really having Germany on the back and is carrying them.
You see a break from Neliel, and also First Dust does break. But the damage has been done. The advantage from Germany off of those combos through the tough part, making it happen. Well done to them. It's going to be 3-3. All square once again.
Indeed, amazing performance by Versus. If you just compare the scores across the board, you can definitely see that he made the biggest impact. That's pretty much it. If one player gets a really high combo on almost FC, that's gonna give you so much of an advantage, because it is so easy to miss on this, and also really easy to get bad accuracy on it, because it's so hard to time properly. So combo makes an even bigger difference in that case. Well, yeah, unfortunately, that was not an FC by Versus. That repeat slider said no to his FC. But to be understood, you know, you have so many repeat sliders, eventually one is gonna say no to your FC and you're gonna end up breaking on it.
Okay, then here comes the double time coming out of Germany now. World domination how to, the approach rate 10.3 pick coming out of Germany now.
Oh yeah, this one is also pretty interesting, but as a more veteran double time player than I am, Doomsday, how do you feel about this pick?
I do feel like this is going to be a good pick for Germany. I was expecting double time to come out at some point because it's something that they've always done well on in matches I've seen them play. And now we're reaching sort of the latter stage of this match. Bringing out that DT is a good move because now they're comfortable, they're set up to, you know, try and avoid silly misses on this kind of thing.
Indeed. And are there any things to really watch out for in this map?
Difficulty is pretty consistent all the way through. There's lots of doubles and tricky rhythms here and there. It's not too quick. BPM is only 226, which is pretty below average for a double time pick in terms of speed, but it's a tricky reading one, and dealing with that high approach rate while reading those tricky patterns is the tricky part of this.
Indeed, and I can also imagine a lot of accuracy drops for the same reasons as the last map, but not as extreme. Because this map tends to be quite difficult to accuracy properly on 10.3 as you said, and Squally too. But you know, we might just be proven otherwise. I mean, who knows? Maybe Dusters can just pull out an, I don't know, a double time SS. Even though I doubt it, I really doubt it. But anything is possible.
We'll soon see. We're seeing Berlin come in for this double time pick on the Russian side. Expected. Here we go.
BFO Nerdiel versus Industrial is going to be a German lineup. While I am not too sure about BFO's double time performance, I know him as a hidden hunter player personally, so he might just be in there instead of, for example, BDF because he might have not played this map. So there are reasons as such as this. That's why I'm not too sure about double time on German side because they don't really have those like double time masters left. And I would have actually expected BDF to come in there for this one.
So far so good for Germany though. 3 FCs to 1 in the early goings. B-Foul recovering after a really early miss. Accuracy is on the Russian side. Rocking 92-93 across the board. Germany certainly have the advantage on that end. Dust and Firsters making it happen right now.
Indeed, BFO, even though he had that blunder at the beginning, still is holding strong for now. And so is Nerdiel for the German side.
Approaching the final chorus section now. Just Talala and Index. The last bastions of combo for Russia. But Germany right now just looking really strong.
Yeah, that is gonna be a huge score difference.
With Talala breaking, that's game over surely. This one is going to Germany. Germany bringing it back after a shaky start to this match. Finding the feet now with some comfort picks, and they worked out well. Eliel got that break at the end. Unfortunate, but he had a really good run nonetheless, that slider break. Dust Eyes, the only full combo. 95.6 full combo. Well done to him.
Indeed, and actually a pretty good performance from vv1. Seems like his double time isn't too shabby in that case. Getting that 640,000 points in there. Good enough to support his team splendidly. And, Germany just finally found something to work with. And that's going to be double time. But unfortunately, there's only one other double time map left. And I'm not sure if they really want to go for that one, as it's really specialized, as in just jumps and OD 10.3. Or I think OD 10.43, I believe.
Yep, something like that, yeah. I wonder if they'd want to go for it just, to try and out-combo Russia, because I think they could do that, but I guess we'll see what happens. The next pick is going to be Russia's. Will we see Big Brother?
Yeah, this is kind of where the comfort picks are pretty much all used up. So all you have left are maps which you don't really want to play, but for now the other team also didn't really want to play them. So this is just going to be about which team can perform on their worst aspects the best. But I think I'm going to see Piranha before I see Big Brother, or perhaps a Hard Rock map. Unless the Russian Federation is feeling really confident.
Well, with Germany taking the last few picks, going with something they're confident on is always good, because it worked out for Germany just now when they were under the cosh. They went with some comfort picks and it worked out for them. But what could Russia pick that would come under that? As you said, a lot of them have been used at this point. You're poking at the maps now, you may not be 100% on. But I would think they're going for what, like, the Hard Rock pick would be a decent pick. Or going oh wait, they banned no more, so there's no more free mods left apart from Big Brother. So yeah, I would be thinking along the lines of Hard Rock. I feel like that would be a decent shout for them. They have players that would be comfortable on that, I feel.
The only disadvantage on the Hard Rock aspect is that they don't have maps. They surely can perform on the Approach at 10 and CS 5.2 aspect of it, no doubt about that. But the important part is that you have either an old map or CS 6.5. And yeah, we do see Piranha. That is what I expected. Oh wait, no.
No. I think they're thinking Kirby mix, you know.
Oh, they're gonna go for the Big Brother one. Oh.
Yes, it said mix, and I was like, wait, there's two maps with the mix.
Yeah. It's like saying 1OK Rock when you have two 1OK Rock maps in the map pool. Like in the group stage we had. Oh lord, but we do see... is that the first Big Brother? I believe so, yeah.
Yep.
So let's see how it's gonna be. I'm gonna call Dust Eyes going with the Hard Rock. And on the other side, Tadala. I think Kurt is definitely gonna come in. Unless he's not feeling too well on this map. Also, BD Def is an option for Germany.
Yeah, I think on the Russian side, Kurt would be a good shout if he's all set up. This old style is the thing he'd be quite comfortable on, I imagine. Yeah, Dust Ice Hard Rock. I'm with you on that one as well. Yeah, seeing a Kagami Hard Rock, or perhaps even actually wouldn't. I don't think B-Foul or Dokito would be into this sort of thing, or would they?
Yeah. I think on Hard Rock, for example, they might be pretty decent, but perhaps they just do not like the old style. So I think Neliel is going to go for the Hard Rock, the second Hard Rock. In this case, it is a CS5 Approach at 8 or the 8 map. So Approach at 8 and CS5 means that if you go Hard Rock, you're gonna circumvent the approach rate 8, which is a really low approach rate. Well, not as low as it can really get, but low enough for these players to really matter. And it matters in that case that there are too many objects on the screen, and people nowadays might not be used to that because not a lot of maps do have that low approach rate. So people can circumvent that by going hard rock in this free mod pick, but as a trade, they do have CS6.5, which is a really small circle size, and that means aiming is gonna be vital for them.
We've seen a swap come in. We're seeing Fallen come in for Russia.
Yeah, I'm gonna expect Index of the Hard Rock and Talala of the Hidden. I'm not too sure about Talala going Hidden. I don't know about his approach at 8 prowess, but you know, maybe he's just gonna be the sacrificial lamp, or he's pretty good at it. I don't know.
This map on Hidden is really difficult. If they've practiced it a lot, then sure, but I think people would prefer Hard Rock over Hidden on this, but we'll see. I do imagine Talala will be taking the mod, but we'll see how it goes. People taking a while on this one, but no surprise. You don't want to mess up the mod picks on this one, you really don't. It's a problem if you do.
Oh, and we actually do see the mods now. We do see 3 Hard Rocks coming in from the Russian side. Shiawase, Talala, and Index on the Russian Federation side, and Kagami and Dust Eyes for the German side. So we do see only Fallen on approach 8, no Kurtz coming in. vv107798236 and Neliel trusting with the approach 8. The interesting part about Hard Rock is that, you know, the beginning is pretty much an old map, but you've got to aim at CS6.5, but the ending is gonna be interesting, as in that's kind of where the spike, especially with Hard Rock, is. As the streams are really spaced, and people might even die there.
Quite a few breaks early on in this one. Always tricky one to get your feet on. At the moment, it's going to be 1 FC to 3 though in favor of Russia. Good early start for them.
Yeah, as you can see, the patterns are pretty old. Lots of lines, lots of really sharp angles, and that's gonna make it a little bit uncomfortable for some players.
All the combos dropping for Russia now. Just Index left with that Hard Rock against Kagami with his Hard Rock with similar accuracies too. The accuracy advantage giving Germany the lead.
There's only one thing I really want to say about this map. I cannot wait to see the Hard Rock players step with the Hirasawa stream at the end.
that stream at the end is half the map on this. I mean, we're seeing 2 Hard Rock 4 combos right now, so I wonder if that's going to be the deciding factor.
I don't actually remember what the Hirasawa stream is. Is it a V or a W or something?
I think it's like a W.
Yeah, it's
like,
something nasty.
Yeah, something really nasty for high spacing, especially if CS6.5, everything is high spacing.
Yeah, but then you got the Hard Rock on top of that.
Kagami breaking his full combo, but his teammates are really bringing the combos back though, keeping them in the lead. Just Index left on the Russian side. Fallen bringing it back after some early hiccups. But oh god, the implosion from Germany. Hold on, Neliel, the only major combo left, and now it's looking like Russia's gonna run this one back. But we are hitting the really tough ending.
And the last break before the triples, and then some streams, which are gonna be interesting.
Coming up to it now. Oh, Index hit the stream. Index gets that Hard Rock FC. Wow, what a play by Index right there, showing his quality. 98.2 full combo from Index, the only full combo on this map, bringing it back for his team and bringing it to 4-4.
Indeed, and let's not forget, Hard Rock does have a multiplier of 1.10 or 12, I'm not too sure about it, which is a lot higher than Hidden in this case. So Hard Rock is going to give you an even higher max score potential than Nomad, for example. As you can see, he got a over 1 million points by just having 98% accuracy. And that's a pretty insane score, I mean, gotta admit, yeah. NFC on Hard Rock in this case, whoa. That was exactly what the Russian Federation needed. But what are the Russian boys gonna do next after the last pick of Germany?
They've picked it really quickly, going for the other DT. They are going for Hipsong. And we were talking about this. Falls, you weren't feeling like this would be a Germany pick, right?
Yeah, it is. It is really interesting, as in this is pretty much just jumps, a lot of shapes, and requires just a lot of aim. And it's not quite 10.3 in terms of approach rate. It's like 10.1 something. But I don't know. This is, I'd say, also a toss up, like a toss coin, a coin toss. I'm sorry. But I think having someone like Dust Eyes might really help them. But Index, for example, is also known for his aim and is pretty decent on double time. You know, that's kind of why I said it's a coin toss.
It really could go either way, this one. I do feel like this would be somewhat of a comfort pick in terms of aim for Germany myself. But Russia have the players that can also do just fine on it. And I wonder if that very high overall difficulty, the really strict timing windows will play a factor in this one. Because even though this is just taps, not much alternating in this one in terms of streams, but it's tough to consistently accuracy single taps at such a high overall difficulty. At least in one try, anyway.
Indeed, yeah. It's just, I don't know, it feels like it is an old map, I think, or rather old map, it feels like one, with all the patterns, the sharp angles coming in from time to time, which is gonna make you break. But it is gonna be really hard to see this in a try, that's for sure.
Seeing B-Foul come in for this double time pick. Again, he came in for the world domination pick as well.
Yeah, it is. Players I'd say to watch out for might be Index and Dust Eyes. Two really well-versed double-time players at aim plays. Even though Dust Eyes has a bit more focus on speed. But despite that, we already see even the best aim players do have troubles on it, and Index missing pretty early on. And so is Dust Eyes. And everyone else is actually keeping on their FC, but I don't think that's gonna keep on for too long.
Nope. That jump section has destroyed Russia, but Germany doing just fine on it. Big full combos coming down to that.
I mean, BFL did say that he has to visit the toilet for a bit, so we should hurry up. And he's definitely gonna try to make it show, and it's gonna have to have a short visit on there. I mean, he's going ham currently, 400 combo, going strong. So is Firstus.
Yeah, that score difference is massive. 650k coming into the last third. I think they've pretty much sealed this win, assuming they don't fail at the end, but I can't see that happening on this. Good pick by them. Very good pick by them.
Yeah, I didn't expect BFL and Firstus to perform this well on it.
That's true. I mean, you'd think that Dust Ice and LEL would be the ones carrying on this, but nope. That's Germany for you. Just B-Foul left. And they'll be taking this win. Index brought his combo back. But apart from that, Germany had this one in the bag. Pretty much from that square jump pattern thing in the first third. From then on in, it was all Germany.
Damn, I mean, I don't know what he did, but apparently his urge to get to the toilet is just too strong for every player in this lobby to handle. I mean, BF4, the only one with a FC and one just over 1 million points. That's absolutely insane in just one try on this.
Yeah.
I'm at a
Excellent play.
less of words. That's extremely good.
Because this map is really tricky. This map is very highly rated in terms of star rating. Those jumps are very mechanically intensive. But well done to BFAL for locking in that FC. (5-4) to Germany.
Oh,
Will we see a tiebreaker? Or if Germany win this next one, you've predicted it correctly and you're officially the oracle for us.
oh, I hope so. But I find the only thing they have left is either the Hard Rock pick or the Piranha map. I don't think there's anything else really left. I mean, there's a hidden map. Either it's gonna be the Sensen map. Wait a second. I'm really bad at remembering some of these map names. Sakura Sensen. Yeah, exactly. Either that one or it's gonna be Piranha. I'm actually gonna call Piranha, but I don't know. This is gonna be up for the Russian guys' call.
It's true. I mean, Piranha would be a decent pick. There isn't that much left. You've got EOS, you have Piranha, you've got, I believe, Cyber Thundersider is open, I think.
No, it was banned by Germany.
Oh. There's not a lot left, though. Actually, both Hard Rocks are open.
Both Hard Rocks and one hidden, pretty much. And then Piranha.
Of all those, I think the one that I go for would be Piranha. But we'll see.
I mean, I would also call Piranha, but who knows? Maybe they've got another plan left. CS 6.5 map, perhaps. Feeling confident in their large tablet areas. And it is going to be the CS 6.5. It might not be the safest, but that's maybe exactly what they need. They need some kind of risky pick to win.
I mean, you know, after this match, it's been a mighty close one, back and forth. I mean, we talked about how Germany sometimes can bottle it, and being on the cusp of this win, we'll see if they can hold their nerve and finish this one off. Because like I said, this one is rough if you aren't clear in your head, because small circle size, if you're nervous, is rough. And Russia have some players that are going to be just fine on this. Index, of course, is going to be just fine on this. We're seeing Kurt come in for this one. I feel like Talala would be decent also.
Indeed. I would have expected Dokito to come in, but it might have been the best idea to not bring him in, because he hasn't been performing up to par previously in the maps he was in. So he might not be feeling too well today. Maybe didn't get that warm-up routine going, or just is having a bad day. You know, that kind of happens to every kind of player. So I can see this lineup working just as well. So, and maybe the Russian Federation has seen that and is going to take advantage of it.
Here we go. Match point for Germany to take this very close match. Here we go. Or will it go to a tiebreaker? Will we see she runs for the first time this weekend?
I mean, I would definitely love to see a tiebreak, but as the next guy. But this is a risky pick, so it can go either way. Index is definitely someone to look out for in this pick, because in the Approach at 8 map, the free mods, a Big Brother map, he did get the only Hard Rock SC on it. And it was the same CS size, CS 6.5. But something to look out for is that this map also has disgusting streams, and plenty of them. Sometimes you have stream jumps, sometimes you have accelerating streams. So the spacing changes. It's something to look out for.
First break. It's going to be Index. Breaking for Russia.
He still has a really good accuracy to boot, so that's gonna support his team.
The foul breaks as well for Germany at the first break, halfway point. Difficulty is consistent through this one. Oh, Kurt broke as well right at the end there. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Oh, that's rough. 2 full combos to 3 full combos. Germany in the driving seat to take this one right now. But there goes Neliel. All square pretty much. Oh, but there goes Dust Ice. Just Kagami left. 2 full combos to 1. The advantage is small enough that Russia will take this back if they hold on.
But the question is, can Kurt revive? If he would miss, I think he's still dead, and reviving is really hard on this map. Look at the HP drain, it's absolutely unforgiving. But Kurt is holding strong, but...
Kagami! All the FCs are gone for Germany, just Shiwase left. The score is in their advantage, but if Kurt has failed, it's going to be a loss.
I think he's got it at the end. We're gonna have to check the MP link really quick.
Yep. Kurt has revived. All safe, and that is going to be a win for Russia. It's going to be 5-5. It is tiebreaker time.
Oh, then one off.
You were so close. Almost 6-4, but not quite. Oh, she runs now. Well, let's go over this map first, real quick. The 4-1-1 on this map.
Oh,
it's just over 6 minutes. It's just over 220 BPM. It is a finger control stamina challenge. Lots of burst streams, lots of really fast buzz sliders, which require you to have excellent finger control. It's a very, very technical map. Not really an aim map, but a very technical one. You got anything to pop on this for us?
Not really, except that I believe it would favor a little bit the German side of things. The Keto is actually coming in. I would have expected Bedidev once again coming in. Maybe he's not feeling too well on this map, but I would reckon this is almost like one of his kind of map. Like in terms of the burst speed and the reading, it's pretty much set for it. But if Tokito or if the German team feels Tokito is going to be the best bet for this one, go ahead. I want to see the closest tiebreaker we can get.
I'm with you on edging this to Germany. I feel like they just have the really handy stream players that would be quite handy on this. I'm thinking of players like Dust Ice. Players like Firstus, or really anyone in that 4-man lineup.
It's really anyone. Anyone has the potential to see it. Obviously, the potential is just a potential. We're gonna see what reality is gonna give us later after the map. But it's looking really good for the German side. But if you look at the other side, the Russian Federation side, Index also has a good chance of seeing it. The 240 BPM aren't too long, just their bursts. So I can see this being okay for him. Berlin coming in, great choice there. He's comfortable on these higher BPM picks. Red Pixel as well. Shivasa, I'm not too sure, but his consistency is hopefully gonna shine through in this tiebreaker.
The lineups are in. Russia have Shiwase, Berlin, Red Pixel, and Index. On Germany's side, we have Dokito, Neliel, Firstus, and Dust Ice for this tiebreaker. I mean, this is a best of 11. They've played 10 maps now. It's a pretty exhausting situation, but who has the endurance to deal with this map? That's going to be the killer. It's going to be a really interesting one to see how this one goes.
Well, yeah, as you mentioned, a 6-minute long map, so it's gonna take a while until we get to the conclusion of everything. There's quite a high combo count of around 2,800. So if someone manages to get the FC in this lobby, that's gonna look really good for them, because it's insanely easy to miss on some of these repeat sliders. Now, usually you can just go and click early on some of the repeat sliders or some of the trigger sliders. But because of Scorpio 2, it kind of forces the players to listen more to the sound and time these sliders correctly. And just that slight hesitation from some people trying to listen to the music can bring them to a slider break.
Seen a couple of early breaks on the Russian side, Shuase and Red Pixel with early breaks. Very early breaks, mind you. Unberlin joins them. A little bit of a shaky start for Russia.
But as shaky as it is for the Russian side, Germany also has a little bit of shaking coming in for them. Neliel with the accuracy drops and the combo drop, and Dust Ice as well. Although Kitu is losing a lot of accuracy in this part, but he's trying his best to keep on combo. He's overstreaming some of these parts to perhaps have a little bit more time to think clearly and get the combo going. Combo is really important. The less combos are present, the more accuracy is going to be prevalent. But if there's one FC, that's going to make or break the entire map.
At the moment, Russia have their noses in front, but the combos are going to slowly bring it back into Germany's favor. There we go, just about ticking over now. Dokito and First are still holding strong right now. The biggest combo we see on Russia's side is Unberlin. Red Pixel had a 1000 combo but lost it. Oh, and now Unberlin lost his major combo and Russia have nothing. And this slow part is going to be lots of free points for those two big FCs.
Unfortunately, Sakura Burst does not like too long of a slow part, so he's gonna kick in right into the next stream section with the repeat sliders, and that's gonna trip Dokito up.
The only major combos really are on Germany's side, though. Neliel and Dust Ice bringing it back. Still looking really good. The score advantage is about 200k right now and rising. Reaching the halfway point, though, and it is still anyone's game at this point. I'd say this part is one of the more calmer parts in it. Neliel and Dust Ice can be feeling pretty good, I imagine.
A short little breather for all of these players, but then we'll get right back into the song, or the harder parts of the song really soon. But it is looking like this is going to be Germany's win.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if it turns now. It's approaching the point where it's just impossible for Russia to bring it back. Neliel and Dust Ice bringing it back after the early breaks. Look at those combos go. Actually, look at First Dust. They have 3 combos over 1k. Only Red Pixel on the Russian side has that kind of combo. Shuase is getting close, but they just can't compete right now. This is Germany's surely at this point. There goes Dust Ice. Not going to matter, though.
Yeah, not necessarily the map which is gonna show Russians' true potential on this one, but it is definitely the German players are looking to take this one, having the advantage on the 224 BPM breakcore map, or rather the tiebreaker, obviously. But great performance by the Germans all around.
Just the last spinners. They see the scoreboards now in those tiny little breaks.
Indeed. We do see Red Pixel coming up with a 1.5k combo, and so is Shiawase with a 1.2k. Unfortunately, it is not enough. The damage has been done, and the spinners are unfortunately not making up a 400,000 point deficit.
There we go. Germany showing up strong on that one. Those combos crazy across the board on Germany, and that is going to be the win. 6-5. Good game, well played. Incredibly close match, but Russia will go home after a great performance. Been great sports, but Germany will progress to the next round of the losers bracket and will be playing tomorrow. That was a pretty sick match, not going to lie. It was just back and forth the